Could've ran up on you, could've started stuff. Could've got up in your face, could've got all rough. Could've took my kids, could've hit the road. Could've made you jealous, could've caused some hoes. Could've ran up on your new man and hit her with a one hitter, quit a jab. But when I think back to how you act, baby, it ain't worth it. And I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm so glad
I'm so glad I didn't know.
I'm so glad
I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm so glad
And I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm so
glad I'm so glad I was a bigger person. So glad I didn't react when I was hurting.
If you out here fighting for freedom, justice, and equality in the streets, and then you gotta come home and fight again, you're never gonna have the energy to be the best you can be. And the last thing that a black man wants to come home to after fighting in this world is to have to go round two with his own woman.
Yes, sir. What does relational malnutrition mean?
The relational in other words, we interact with one another, but we don't know how to properly love one another. And by us not loving one another, husbands and wives are not getting what they need. Children are not getting from the parents. We're not getting what we should offer to one another as brothers and sisters. It's a term and a concept that I tried to build on in two books that we've been blessed to write. One's called Before You Say I Do and After You Say I Do. And you know, I don't know if people are aware of this, but the most important decision you will ever make in your life after choosing to believe in God is the mate you choose to spend the rest of your life with.
Mm.
Your mate will either inspire you to grow into your greatness or they'll confine you to complacency.
Mm.
They'll either be your other half or they'll make you half of yourself. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, like, a good relationship will make you more youthful and bring out the best in you, and a bad one will age you prematurely and bring out the worst. So choose wisely. But relationship malnutrition in the sense of husband and wife means that we as men don't know how to properly love our women, and they don't know how to properly love us. So we end up suffering from a relational malnutrition. And you know, when a human being is malnourished, sickness, disease, and ultimately death visits them. So why do so many relationships brother to brother break down? Why are so many relationships husband and wife? Black people have the highest divorce rate in America of anybody on earth, 75% divorce rate.
Mm.
Relational malnutrition. So we have to begin to digest the information and knowledge that will give us the proper nutrients that will teach us how to properly relate to one another, so that I have in me what I'm supposed to have that I can give to others when I come in contact with them.
And after you say I do, you talk about the first functional relationship. So what defines a functional relationship?
Well, there's a verse, again, in the Bible and another one in the Quran, but there's a verse that says, lean not on thine own understanding, but in all thine ways acknowledge him, God, and he will direct your paths and he will show you the way. The way that we can get a proper definition of how to relate is we have to subordinate the way we feel and think to what God said. And the description of a man and his role is maintainer, protector, and provider. And the description of a woman is the comfort, the consoler, and the helpmeet of a man. And whenever two people are following those roles and striving to become the best at it, no, not a relationship that's given 50-50. Relationships are not 50-50. They're 100-100.
Oh,
you got to be 100% of what you're supposed to be, and then she has to be 100% of what she's supposed to be. That's how you have the ideal functional relationship. But we have to lean not on our own understanding, but lean on what the Lord of the world said a male and female should be, interact properly with one another, and help each other become the best that we can. And then the homes that we live in. This is what hurt me, Brother DJ Envy, is that we've been invited to speak by all different kind of organizations. And what hurt me is that after we got finished, no matter who it was, the organizers always had relationship problems. So we would always be in the lobbies of the hotel going back and forth trying to figure out how we can help them. And I said, man, if you out here fighting for freedom, justice, and equality in the streets, and then you got to come home and fight again, you're never going to have the energy to be the best you can be. And the last thing that a black man wants to come home to after fighting in this world is to have to go round two with his own woman.
Yes, sir.
And the last thing that a woman wants to come home to after fighting in this world is to come home to a man that ain't been fighting at all. So when marriage is done right, our houses become a spiritual recharge center where we can unplug from this no good, wicked, racist world and come to a place of pure love where we can extract both peace and power. So it hurt to see that these leaders, these organizers are suffering at home, fighting at home and fighting in the streets, which means they're less effective.
All right. What's up, world? This video is going to talk about the Zac Stacy situation. If anyone's qualified to talk about it, it's me. I've been there before, and it's exactly why I've been posting these last few videos, either telling you to go monk, helping you understand the signs of being targeted or being enlightened, and understanding that if you're in these situations, you can't really escape it. At any given moment, it could turn on you, and that's why they say get out. That is exactly why they say get out. But there's a few Bible verses that warn men about this type of behavior. And let me point this out right now. This is not an attack on women. This is not to say that the woman was at fault or whatever the case may be. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game, and everybody has to play to their strengths. If you're a woman with kids, it's not gonna behoove you. It's not gonna be in your benefit to just up and leave if you don't have that foundation. But you should. You should. If you stay and play the game, what do you expect to happen? But I'm not a woman, which is why I only speak for and to men. Men, why are you letting a woman lead you? Why are you staying in situations that you're not happy in? Why are you letting your duty and your obligation make you stay in situations that aren't going to help you flourish? Why are you settling? For what? What good does that do you? What good does that do you? What good does that do anybody? If the situation isn't safe for everyone, it's potentially safe for no one. You need to leave right now. If you're being trolled, if you're being gaslit, if you're being humiliated, publicly humiliated, why not just go walk away? Especially if you have other suitors, if you have, supporters. The universe will support you. If you have dreams, if you have goals, and this seemingly endless and a situation that seems like it's not going to get any better, what are you doing? What are you doing? What good is it going to come of you to put your hands on this woman? To even stay in a situation and cheat and have all of these things, or be unhappy and have an attitude and be controlling and be possessive and have all of that used against you. What good are you doing yourself? What good are you doing your children? We say it comes down to self-control, and you'll see on these forums and all day that for a woman, your self-control is not using your hands. You losing self-control is cussing somebody out to a woman. As if your power doesn't exceed that. The two do not compare. So in order to break you down to an equal level, we're gonna take the physical off the table. We're gonna take the physical completely off the table to even the playing field. Even though that's your trump card. And outside of killing someone, they're just gonna wear your scars like a badge of honor. You know the community is gonna rally around her no matter what happens inside the situation. And me and you, as a man, know what happens inside that house. Away from cameras, or even inside cameras, inside of being recorded. The only thing that's gonna matter, not even what's played, not even what's shown. Everybody will know what was going on. But the thing that matters is how you reacted. As a man, as the so-called leader, the head of the household. You need to realign yourself with you, your principles, your values, and walk away if it does not serve you. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. I don't care what type of guilting they do. I don't care what type of shaming they do. I don't care what type of insulting they do. Walk away. The universe will support you. If they want to talk shit to you, if they don't respect you, they don't respect your word, what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? There's plenty of other avenues for you to go through where you will be respected, especially for leaving a situation that could have potentially ended up like this. And I couldn't even watch the whole video, man. I don't even know how long the video was. At first, I didn't even want to see it. I didn't even want to see it because I've been there. And this is the transference, the power transference of relationships. Because at first, like I say, as a man, you can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. As a matter of fact, she's pursuing you so hard, it's almost like, wow. What is it that you want from me? What do I have? You will get all the compliments in the world. You will get all the flattery in the world. And the Bible speaks on not falling for a woman's flattery. You can do no wrong. You will have all the support in the world. All your goals, your dreams, your ambitions will be supported. When someone is in pursuit of you. And I'm gonna do a separate video on the false advertisement of businesses and relationships, because it's like, we need you, we want you. Come help us, come. As soon as you get in there, you're exploited for your energy. But that's another video. But like I said at the beginning, you can do no wrong. You can do no wrong, and you're being love bombed, you're being gaslit, you're being bait and switched into a false sense of security, maybe even a heightened ego that will be used against you. Whether you work 80 hours whether you unemployed, whether you're at home all the time or whether you gone all the time. It's whatever is convenient. It's chaos and order. And the longer you stay in that situation, it will start to corrupt your mind. If you don't know yourself, and if you know yourself, you would know that there's some things that's just not going to change. There's some things that you should not let slide. There's some things that you should not tolerate. And there's some things that you should not endure, no matter if you can or not. Like I said, temptation, somebody who loves you would not tempt you. It's not called temptation when somebody loves you. They would not exploit that, and they would not use that against you. But I caught that one little soundbite from her. And that was enough for me to understand what he was dealing with or what he was going through. People can say what they want about me. And I'm not justifying any of it. Men, you need to leave. It's not about being strong enough to put up with this or handle this person. You don't handle the person. You handle an animal. You have a partner. You have someone who's supposed to be helping you reach your goals so that everyone in the household or everyone in the family can be safe and can prosper and flourish. But when you have people who are battling for the ego and attention and control of the energy, when you have demons who want to be passive aggressive and want you to control how you handle them while they get to just do whatever, say whatever, poke on your triggers. Just like in the wild. You can poke a bear as much as you want, even walk into their habitat. They find out that a bear hurt a human, they going back in the woods and they killing that bear. It does not matter, man. The cards are fixed. The game is fixed. And y'all think y'all can still play this game and win? Especially as a black man? When other black men just look at you and hope you fall? Ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. Nobody's coming to save you. You better wake the fuck up. Stop playing this game, man. Stop playing, man. Y'all think this shit is a fucking joke. This shit is real. Nobody's playing with you. Nobody is playing with you. I don't care how much they troll you and laugh in your face. Laugh with you. Nobody's playing with you. The minute you want to step out of line, I'm going to flip this switch on you. But look, Ecclesiasticus 13 through 26. Chapter 25, Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verses 13 through 26. Let's get into it. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, in any revenge but the revenge of enemies. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire not. Desire her not for a pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. Let me repeat that. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. Y'all supposed to be one. Who controlling that? Cut her off. Give her a bill of divorce and let her go. It's on you. It is on you. Nobody's here to blame her. You're in that relationship. You know what's best for you. Your home should be peaceful. You should not be dreading coming home. You should not be dreading waking up. You should not be sleeping on the couch. You should not be sleeping in the next room. Hell, I done slept on the floor to get away from her ass. Sitting up in bed, the energy's so fucking tense, damn near make me want to throw up. Why are you settling, bro? What are you doing? Why are we perpetuating this? You scared she gonna take away your children? Better get you a lawyer, better go to court, better get you start with paternity. Start with paternity. The Bible says it in so many ways. Proverbs 7. Elijah went to the woods I'd rather dwell in the attic than live with a quarrelsome woman in a big house. I'd rather live in the wilderness, in the woods, than dwell with a quarrelsome woman. It is on you. What did they know? What did they go through to put that in there? Deuteronomy 22. Deuteronomy 22:22. To be exact. But that's about her being caught with another man, which is besides the point. But I'm sure a lot of that leads to the tension and the friction within the relationship that people don't want to leave. If you're not happy, leave, man. Period. Because we in the times right now where none of it matters. Oh, I stayed because of this. I stayed because of that. Did you put your hands on her? Simple and plain. They not gonna ask you anything else. They not gonna ask you. They not gonna care why you did it. They don't care how you was raised. They don't care about mama beating that ass. They don't care about shit. It's all convenient. Especially you losing your job, you not having, you a running back or whatever, and you going through a little stretch or whatever, and somebody just jumping on you. Now it's convenient because you down, as opposed to lifting you up and getting you back in a position so you can take care of everything that everybody's benefiting from right now. The cards are fixed, man. Let it go. Let it go. Walk away. Walk away. Nobody's gonna care at the end of the day. If you don't understand that by now, man, I don't know what to tell you. Life gonna show you. I don't need to say nothing else, man. I'm done talking.